The HYPE token has seen a 5% rise in the last 24 hours, extending its weekly gains to over 13%. This recent upward movement is being driven by a strategic decision from Bitwise, a major player in the crypto asset management space. Bitwise announced a new structural design for its Hyperliquid ETF, known as BHYP, which is now trading on the NYSE. The key detail is that 10% of the management fee collected from this ETF will be used to purchase HYPE tokens directly for Bitwise's corporate balance sheet. These tokens will then be staked through Bitwise Onchain Solutions, the company's in-house staking division. This is a significant development because it introduces a new, institutional-grade mechanism for HYPE token buybacks. The Hyperliquid ETF is still in its early stages, having launched just last week with a 0.34% sponsor fee, which is waived for the first month on the fund's first $500 million in assets. In its first day of trading, the ETF alone generated $4.31 million in volume. When combined with inflows from 21 shares, competing THYP ETF, the total has already surpassed $5.6 million in just 1 week. This is a strong indicator that institutional and retail investors are showing interest in the Hyperliquid protocol and its native token, HYPE. What makes this news particularly impactful is how it aligns incentives between the ETF provider and the token holders. By allocating a portion of its fees to buy HYPE tokens, Bitwise is effectively creating a flywheel that benefits. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Both the ETF and the token itself. The more trading activity occurs on the Hyperliquid platform, the more fees are generated, and the more HYPE tokens are bought back and staked. This creates a feedback loop that could potentially increase token value and reduce circulating supply over time. This mechanism is not the first of its kind in the HYPE ecosystem. Already, around 99% of the trading fees on the Hyperliquid protocol are directed into a system known as the Assistance Fund. This fund is designed to convert fees into HYPE tokens and park them in a system address with no private key, effectively removing them from circulation. In December of last year, validators voted overwhelmingly, 85% in favor, to recognize all HYPE tokens in that address, including future revenue, as permanently burned. This single action wiped around 13% of the circulating supply, or roughly 37 million HYPE tokens, from official supply statistics. Bitwise's new buyback model now adds a second layer to this existing mechanism. By using ETF fees to buy HYPE and stake it, Bitwise is reinforcing the token's scarcity and aligning its own incentives with the long-term success of the Hyperliquid platform. This is a rare and notable move in the crypto space, where asset managers often act independently from the protocols they invest in. The implications of this are clear. The HYPE token is now benefiting from two separate mechanisms that are designed to reduce supply and increase demand. The first is the protocol-level burn system, and the second is the newly introduced ETF-based buyback and staking model. This dual mechanism could lead to a more stable and predictable token price, especially as trading volume on Hyperliquid continues to grow. However, the success of this strategy is not guaranteed. The Hyperliquid platform must continue to attract traders and maintain high levels of activity to ensure that the ETF generates consistent fees. If trading volume declines, the amount of HYPE being bought back could also decrease. Additionally, the market's overall sentiment toward ETFs and institutional adoption of crypto remains a key variable that could influence the HYPE token's performance. Another factor to watch is how the market reacts to the ETF's performance and the broader adoption of the Hyperliquid protocol. If most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. ETF continues to attract inflows and the platform sees increased usage. The HYPE token could see further gains. Conversely, if the ETF underperforms or faces regulatory challenges, this could impact investor confidence and, by extension, the HYPE token's price. In summary, the HYPE token is currently benefiting from a unique alignment of incentives between Bitwise and the Hyperliquid protocol. This alignment is being driven by a newly launched ETF and a strategic buyback model that could reduce token supply and increase demand. The next signal to watch is whether this model continues to attract inflows and whether the Hyperliquid platform maintains high levels of trading activity. If both of these conditions are met, the HYPE token could see further upward momentum in the coming weeks.